Rave Racer! Rave Racer.
Hello. I should probably check if my mic works. And I guess it's working. That's good. Music starts nice. Hello! We're playing Rave Racer. Because last week I was playing a bunch of Dirt Dash. And I like me some Dirt Dash. It took me a while to get it set up. So, it took me a few minutes to get it to capture Viva No. I guess that's how you pronounce the emulator. Hopefully it'll just work with my wheel. Perfect. Awesome. This worked out so well.
3, 2, 1, go!
Excellent.
Great start! Way to jump off the starting
Probably
line.
change the sensitivity though. But I can do that mid-race, but now I'm in the middle of a race and I don't want to do that just yet. There we go. What is really nice about changing steering settings in the middle of a race. Race Games, keep the good work. Thank you, Bart Dunbar. You have a fun name to say. I was actually directly in the middle of editing the very first episode for Racing Month. I should be done with it by the end of tonight once I'm done streaming here. So I'll probably stream for about an hour or so of this and then get back to editing. My goal is to have that video done tonight, and it'll be up for Patreon supporters tonight as well. That's the plan. And I plan for it to go live for everyone this Saturday. And then screw that out. I shouldn't have hit the brake so time there. That's okay though. Dirt Dash try the simulator. No, I have not yet.
Okay, the final lap.
I should.
Hang in there.
I noticed in the system settings for this emulator, I haven't checked what version of this I have, but it's only showing Ridge Racer 2 and Rave Racer as games I can have in the emulation folder, but I will look into that. I mean, performance aside, I kind of like the expanded control I have with the controls in MAME. So the thing with playing Rave Racer in this emulator, not only is it like the only way you can play Rave Racer, but I have the issue where I cannot get the pedals to have analog input. My pedals are digital only.
That was a tough
And
race.
also, I
After the
don't
checkered
I
flag, next
don't believe I have it configured for manual transmission, though I think I have that for that M2 emulator. I think I have it set for manual, but we'll stick to automatic for now. How's the sound? You guys can hear the music? You guys can hear me fine?
Great start. Way to jump off the starting
I
line.
don't want to say he's saying that sarcastically, because that was a really bad start. although technically I started it last week with a racing game. It is officially Saturnology Racing Month. So every Saturday this month will be a new video on a different racing game. But I am doing a futuristic theme this month. So they're all going to be futuristic racing games. So expect for Patreon supporters, I hope to have that up tonight. And for everyone else, it'll be up on Saturday. This episode will be about Cyber Speedway. And then for the next few episodes I have planned, the games I've lined up are Scorcher, Wipeout, and those both are Saturnology episodes. The first three are all Saturnology episodes. The last one is going to be a Daytona video. I think I'm going to cover Fast RMX for the Switch, because I am super into that right now. Yeah, next week's stream will... There's a thunderstorm outside. Next week's stream will have me play some more futuristic racing games. I'll probably play like Red Out or something on Steam. I'm trying to read the chat, but also trying to navigate these turns. First place is right there. I just not realized that. Okay, yeah, I'll look at that.
The final lap. Hang in there.
I'll play Radmobile. I actually really like Radmobile. Arcade Radmobile. I have Gale Racer, which is the Saturn port. I appreciate it for how it is like kind of an update of Radmobile, but there are so many problems with that port that make it not fun to play. Bad draw distance, very laggy controls, laggy in the sense that like your car just doesn't react quickly enough.
So, you want to race? Let's get it on.
Playing with the wheel doesn't really help. I really like Radmobile. Whoa! My emulator just froze. Oh no! Wait, what just happened? What? Oh, it said paused. I guess I paused it somehow. That was weird. I didn't know you could pause this. Live show, folks.
Ah, you're home free now, baby.
That was a tough race. Go after the checkered flag next
Yeah.
time.
I know there's like stuff like Cruising USA that do like the cross-country racing thing, but it's not all like one big long race like Radmobile is. It's all a bunch of smaller races.
3, 2, 1, go! Great start.
Yeah, Radmobile's great. Gale Racer is horrible. Yes, it is. And yeah, there's so many goddamn load times, and the fact that there's like 20 stages I think in Gale Racer, Radmobile, and they're all like 60 seconds long, and there's like a long load time in between each one. Maybe not long, it's more like a few seconds, but it just ruins the pace of that game. Gale Racer was actually one of my first Saturnology videos. I want to say it is technically, it is the third episode on the channel, but technically the fourth Saturnology. The true episode 3 of Saturnology will be hidden for all time. Because I'm not very proud of that episode. It's on the internet, you can find it. Although I have given out links to that episode in the past on past live streams. But I like referring to that as the lost episode. I don't think I'm pretty sure I no longer have the finished file for that video anymore. Although I could easily get it. Run 60 FPS? I'd love to. Saturn Memories I saw some tweets that you kind of had Outrun 2 going on PC. I want to say you're probably playing an emulator, right? But man, did that make me want to play some Outrun 2. I'm doing really bad this race. I'm in 10th place. But one of the issues I was having in OBS with this emulator, so in the window where it has like the Viva Nono logo in the top left, there's an asterisk that keeps popping up. And the way I had OBS trying to capture that was with game capture. And since the asterisk kept on popping in and out of existence, it kept on referring to those as two separate windows. So I had to do like a separate window capture, which I don't know why I didn't do that before. Oh, I got rear-ended right at the end there. Holy shit. Oh, Outrun 2006 is straight up for PC? Yo, hook me up with that.
3, 2, 1, go!
I didn't even comment on my great start there. Nearly as fast as I need to. And there is like a third-person cam, but for all Ridge Racer games, I prefer to play the hood cam. I feel like I have better control over my car in the hood cam. Which, how do you guys feel about that? Whenever you play a racing game, and depending on how the view is, like, you feel like it controls better? I don't know how much I like that for racing games. I mean, there's some that like it controls great no matter what view you're in, but like when you have to adjust the viewing angle to have a better feeling of control, like part of me kind of thinks that like this isn't a well-made racing game. But you know, I mean, that's just like a weird stigma I have on my mind. It's like, oh, you made it so you can really only have good control whenever you're looking at a certain angle. Like, I don't know how I feel about that. What do you guys think about that? I mean, granted, I feel like I have better control in the first-person view for this game, and I think this game's great. But yeah. Let's do third-person view. It just feels kind of weird controlling the game like this. First person only. Yep. I mean, depending on the game, of course. Yeah, a lot of racing is run at a higher frame rate. Gas mission, let's do short track. I know there's a way to actually change what song you choose, but I want to say that's dependent on how you press down the pedal, which since I don't have the analog, I'm not able to change the track, I think. I want to say that's how you change the music tracks. Yeah, Rave Racer has a fucking great soundtrack. Very varied. What was the name of Namco's in-house band? No one in chat probably knows. I know you can still currently listen to this game on YouTube, though. The tracks for it do get taken down every few months. Because pause it again. I have R3 set to pause for some reason. Also, like, specifically with Ridge Racer games, because it's like the only game I know of that kind of does this. When you're in the hood view, like, you lean into the turn like you're on a motorcycle or something. There's like this really satisfying feeling of taking a turn while leaning into it. Weird. Yeah, Rave Racer was never actually ported to anywhere. Like, Ridge Racer 2 was technically never ported to anywhere, but we got Ridge Racer Revolution instead. And we never got Rave Racer, but we got Rage Racer on PS1 instead. I've never played either of those. Ridge Racer Revolution or Rage Racer. But I know in some of the later Ridge Racer games, I want to say like some of the iPhone ones, and I think the PlayStation Vita ones, there are song packs that you can unlock in the game where step on gas while pressing. Sweet. Okay.
3, 2,
Didn't mean to choose this track again. Whatever. I was really close to first place anyway, so.
Way to jump off the starting line.
And I. Yeah.
Three, two, one, go! Great start. Way to jump off the starting line.
Amongst like the Ridge Racer community, how is Rage Racer held up? I know people mainly recommend the first Ridge Racer and Ridge Racer Type 4. I have Type 4 as a download game on PSN. You know, Type 4 is a great game.
Come on, drive a smart race. There's a lot of racing ahead.
I remember a couple years back when I was on Skype with a lot of the Retroware guys. Ben Hall from Video Game Takeout, me and him got into like a weird like debate / argument about Sega Rally versus Ridge Racer Type 4. And after that argument, I went on PSN and bought Retro Type 4. I'm like, damn, this is a great game. I should ask, for those who played it, so the first episode of Racing Month is going to be on Cyber Speedway. I played that on stream a few weeks back, but for those who played it in the stream, what do you guys generally think of Cyber Speedway? I know it got a fairly kind of mediocre critical reception a long time it came out. Around the time it came out. Excuse me. A lot more thunder. Kind of want to gauge interest in what you guys thought of Cyber Speedway, because I feel like, I mean, I'll go more in depth on it in the video, but I felt like kind of in the middle, where I'm like, yeah, I can see why people were kind of bummed out by this game, but I'm like, I had fun with it. There's a lot here there's a lot of tracks. There's multiple cars to choose from.
Come on, drive a smart race. There's a lot of racing ahead.
Granted, the game could afford a little bit, could use a lot more polish, but I thought that was fun. So I pretty much came to the conclusion in that video where it's like, yeah, it's a very unsubstantial, kind of forgettable racing game, but you know, it's still pretty fun. And as I was like making that video, I was thinking like, I kind of came to the same conclusion with a Golden Axe the Duel, and I'm like, you should pass it, mainly because like there's a lot of better fighting games, but I'm like, in that case you could kind of pass Cyber Speedway because there's plenty of other better racing games. But Cyber Speedway costs about $10. Golden Axe the Duel is more like $60. If you're spending that kind of cash on a fighting game, you might as well get a really good one. Pretty much how I saw it in my head. Find the Japanese version. Yes, I did. I didn't use any to capture in the video, but I do make mention that the Japanese version does indeed have a way better soundtrack, a more fitting soundtrack.
Come on, drive a smart race. There's a lot of racing ahead.
In fact, I actually looked up a Classic Game Room's video for Grand Chaser, which I highly recommend you watch. His Grand Chaser review. It's pretty great. That section's like, this section is really tough. A lot of really slight turns, but like the walls are so close together where you can like hit a wall and lose a lot of your speed really quickly. I remember the very first time I ever played this game. It was at my very, very first MagFest. It was MagFest 6 in 2008. The arcade was very, very small. And of the few games they had a twin Rave Racer cabinet, which I played the hell out of. And then I never saw it again until like 2 years later. Like the cabinet was back, but it was in really bad shape. Like I could play a race, but like the screen was like constantly flipping. But all I wanted to do was like listen to the soundtrack. So I kind of persevered.
Okay, the final lap. Hang in there.
Ah.
Bad. Game over, man. Better luck next time.
And Jazz mission again. Do some time attack.
3, 2, 1.
Oh god. Totally didn't mean to hit that. That's okay though. So don't hit square unless you want to go to the menu thing.
1, go!
Kind of started like that. You can also actually fall off that cliff.
Go, go, go! This race is yours!
Am I actually catching up to the guy?
Oh.
Probably start playing in manual. Oh. At least I'm catching up to this guy.
Ah, you're home free now, baby!
Okay, the final lap. Hang in there. Just what I've been waiting for. Let's go, baby. Look out. You've got a
he's mad.
bogey on your tail. Too bad. Game over, man. Better luck next time.
Ugh. Can I change? What can I change? Ooh, let's change my car. What do we want? Go with that. Track, sure. Easy setting. Extra mode. Back steering. That.
3, 2, 1, go!
Bad start. Really bad start. Also look at my cool ass car. That's what I'm screwing up. Start. So I keep forgetting I'm in manual after I select it. Really wish you could change your song in mid-race. Face. Ah, damn it. Out of here.
You're home free now, baby.
Don't know if there's actually drafting in this game.
Okay, the final lap. Hang in
shit.
there.
Daytona. Nice. I don't know if you have a Racing Wheel Saturn Memories, but I got a Demule, however you want to pronounce it. I got that working with a Daytona 2001 with the racing wheel, and man, does that make a world of difference. Playing Dreamcast Daytona with the racing wheel is the ideal scenario. It controls so good. Past this guy. Go, yes! Did it! What's up, Stickbots headquarters?
You did it! You won the race!
Oh god. Ridge Racer drifting from a third person, from a overhead camera angle like that is not great. Probably play for about 20 more minutes.
1, go! Great start! Way to jump off the starting line!
Good racing wheel. depending on how much you want to spend, the wheel that I have is a Thrustmaster T80 for PS3 and PS4. Works great on PC, though it has some compatibility issues with a few like racing games on Steam. Like, for whatever reason, Project Cars doesn't natively support it, but whatever. It's worked with every single emulator I've ever thrown at it, including this one, even if the analog pedals don't really work. And also, I like how you can like change like sensitivity steering settings on the fly, and also like we can change different compatibility modes. And it's only $100, at least for a brand new one of these. You can probably get it for much cheaper elsewhere. Yeah, Thrustmaster T80, and there's no real like bells or whistles to it. It's just a pretty standard racing wheel, but it works. I'm not paying attention to my manual transmission at all. I don't know how, like, I played a ton of Daytona on Dreamcast at a really young age. I never even thought to change the sensitivity on it. For whatever reason, I just kind of got used to it. But looking back, I don't know how I did that. I mean, I remember playing a lot of the game with a Dreamcast racing wheel. Remember when their local Babbage's pretty much fire selling off a bunch of Dreamcast accessories. We got a Mad Catz, rest in peace, steering wheel for the Dreamcast. And I really liked that thing. Close, but also probably not going to reach this next checkpoint. See if I could like change the amount of time I have to complete each track. An option. I'm going to assume A means more time, because that's what it meant in Dirt Dash. We're gonna find out. What's up, beautiful Joe? I'm going good. I've had no issues thus far. Unlike last week where it was all like, probably didn't get to playing Dirt Dash for a full 20 minutes.
2, 1, go! Great start! Way to jump off the starting line!
Recorded activity. Really? That is real weird. I mean, you can adjust that sensitivity to play in a way that's better, but it's still not the best. The game was made specifically for a racing wheel. Daytona 2001.
Yep, both doors are.
Okay, the final lap. Hang in there.
Ah, you're home free now, baby.
At least we finished the track.
That was a tough race. Go after the checkered flag next time.
Daytona 2 drifting, like, once you spend enough time with it, you will eventually get it. I mean, I have more experience with Daytona 2 because that was the one I played the most in the arcade. It was the one that wasn't broken.
One, go!
It was a real bad start. Like, I was right there when Daytona 2 came out. Like, I was in first grade when I first saw a Daytona 2 cabinet. And like at the time that was like the best looking video game I'd ever seen. And like I felt more inclined to play that one over the original Daytona, I mean for obvious reasons.
Come on, drive a car race. There's a lot of racing ahead.
Like growing up I didn't really play a whole lot of the original Daytona. Like I always saw it at the arcade. They always had like 4-player cabinets. Like my very first experience with Daytona USA honestly was not a great one. I remember I was at an arcade, I want to say it was in Orlando. It was at a Pete Rose Ballpark Cafe, and they had a arcade there, like with a lot of really big for the time games, like a lot of Namco stuff, but they also had Daytona. And I remember someone got off their cabinet because the lady was attending a baby or whatever, and immediately jumped on, and I just slammed on the gas pedal and I kept on spinning out, and I'm like, this doesn't feel fun. But I don't know, I still had like this reverence for Daytona because of Daytona 2. And I remember years later seeing the Dreamcast version of Daytona and Electronic Gaming Monthly, and I'm like, oh, I want that. And I got that, and it was Daytona on the Dreamcast that where my love for Daytona kind of grew more so than it did whenever I played Daytona 2. But then as I got older, like Daytona 2 had this allure to it more than other games because it never did get a home port. Like the only way you could play it was at an arcade, and it made seeing it in arcades more special. It made playing it more of a special experience for me.
Yes, sucker. Look out! You've got a bogey on your tail.
I screwed that up so hard.
So, you want a race, huh? Let's get it on!
my mind. I kind of like this idea of just like, I'm just randomly playing different driving games and just talking to you about life stories and shit. Make for a good series.
It was a tough race. Go after the checkered flag next time.
Yeah, the only place in town that had an original Daytona was at this arcade at the mall, where I shot that Cruisin' Blast video. But that Daytona cabinet has been long gone. But it was so cool seeing it there because it was in such good condition. Like, whoever had that original Daytona cabinet before that arcade did, like, really kept it in great shape. Like, the force feedback was still working. It didn't make that loud whining noise. Usually to be able to tell that this is a small mall arcade that no one was ever in. Me and Ray actually went over there sometime last week, and it was during operating hours and their doors were locked. And I'm like, oh man, it might be closing down, but no, they actually closed down because they're adding a new game. And it was just some coin pusher.
Still a race. Get on it.
2 laps to go.
I really need to update my supermodel. I don't know why I haven't yet. I'm still using command line supermodel. I really need to get around to changing that because that's not really fun to use. I haven't really played Daytona 2 since I last streamed it, so.
Okay, the final lap. Hang in there.
Go, go, go! This race is yours.
That
I got like
tough
7
race.
minutes left.
Go after the checkered flag next time.
I want to say they did add a UI, or a proper UI to supermodel. I'll say Executioner actually forwarded that to me on Twitter, and I just never got around to it. I've just been as long as you.
3, 2, 1, go! Great start. Way to jump off the starting
Can't believe I've
line.
played this game for an hour and I still have yet to hear Rare Hero. That blows my mind.
Come on, drive a smart race. There's a lot of racing ahead.
Now that I'm thinking about it. Actually, April Fool's Day was on this past Saturday, and I mean the original goal for Racing Month was to have a video out every Saturday, but since April Fool's Day fell on a Saturday, and I'm like, nah, I can't do 5 videos in 1 month. That's kind of insane. I had this kind of idea brewing in my head for April Fool's Day to somehow make a Sega Saturn ASMR video, because I have this nice multi-directional pickup mic. I can talk on this side and I talk on this side. Oh shit. And I would try to think of ways to make a really dumb Sega Saturn ASMR video. It's like really close-up clear recordings of just like the system hardware booting up or something like that.
Time to leave this joker in another time zone.
Like the more I think about it, the more I'm like, I should have just done it. Can't imagine it would have taken up too much time.
The final lap. Hang in there.
Reading chat.
Too bad.
Probably on my last race. I am gonna try to get Rare Hero to play. There it is. All right. Just ended on this city track. This will be the last race.
3, 2, 1, go!
It was a bad start. When I think of Rave Racer, I think of this song. This is the song that played when I first played Rave Racer, and I was like, damn, this game's great.
Come on, drive a smart race. There's a lot of racing ahead.
At least try to finish tonight with a victory.
Try to stay with me now.
Come on, drive a smart race. There's a lot of racing ahead.
Just what I've been waiting for. Let's go, baby.
No! Ah, damn it.
Ah, you're home free now.
Oh. That sucked. Oh well.
That was a tough race. Go after the checkered flag next time.
Close enough. Alright. That's gonna do it for me tonight. I'm watching 8 people, not bad. All right. So, if you're a Patreon supporter, I should hopefully have the newest Saturnology for Racing Month ready by tonight. Hopefully. If not, then it'll go up sometime tomorrow. But for everyone else, the first Racing Month video will be up Friday or on Saturday on RetroWare, and yeah, it'll just be up on the YouTube channel on Saturday as well. I tend to have it hit on RetroWare first. And after that, it'll just be a new Saturnology video every Saturday for the entirety of April. And for next week's stream, I will probably play some Red Out on PC, since we'll be in futuristic Racing Month mode. I want to play some future racers. But yeah, until then, stay on the lookout for the newest episode, which will hit this week. And I'll see you guys live here next week. Take care. See you next time. Let's open up OBS. And where's webcam? Oh God, I'm gone. See you next week.